Welcome to That's So Trishy. I'm Trish, my friends call me Trishy, and this is my YouTube channel. We talk about all things health, beauty, motivational, and navigating this crazy train I call anti-aging. Today's video is motivational. If you have ever considered starting a YouTube channel, first of all, I recommend it. It's fun. I'm having a ball. It doesn't matter if I only have a few subscribers right now. I'm hoping one day I'll have more, but I totally love filming and videoing. But today marks my 10th video, so it may seem like nothing to you, but that's kind of a big landmark when you're starting. And man, have I learned so much in the last 3 months in the first 10 videos. So I'm hoping I can help some of you all who are just starting out not have to go through some of the trenches that I did. So let's talk about, on my 10th video, the top 10 things that I wish I would have known and done differently at the get-go. Number 1, keep it simple. I heard that on so many tutorials and I didn't listen. I taped the first couple of videos on my iPhone and then I thought I had to have a camera. Yes, it's great to have a good camera. I love the camera that I have right now. I'm using a Canon M50, which I'll link in the description box. It is a great camera to start on. Mine ran around $600 with accessories. It came with the microphone. But to be honest, I wish I would have just stayed on the iPhone for a little bit longer. You can totally do a YouTube channel on an iPhone. Number 2, editing is hard. I want to lie and say, oh, it's easy. For me, I'm 51 and editing is hard. Okay, it's not always hard. It depends on you, your knowledge base, your learning curve, and what program. Again, I started out my first few videos on my iPhone and used InShot, and I think it was actually pretty darn easy. But when I decided to move up to my camera, I jumped into getting editing software, and I had no idea what I was doing. Well, I'm not a Mac user. Don't hate me, don't kill me. I'm not against them. I just have always used Windows laptops. So a lot of people recommend iMovie or Final Cut Pro, but those won't work on Windows computers and laptops. So I started devouring what kind of editing software. And I will say from my research, Adobe Premiere is probably the top of the line, but it's expensive. So I went with Filmora 9. Now, I'm not against Filmora 9. It has definitely helped me do some of the things I wanted to accomplish. I think it cost maybe $60 for a year, so pretty inexpensive, and I like that. But for me, not having any editing experience, it has been hard. If you go back and watch my last 9 videos, there's so many editing mistakes. So I would say to you, do your research, find an editing software that is simple. And I saw one tutorial where the guy said the best editing software is the one you have. Now there is a editing software on my laptop already that I didn't even know, and I think it's part of the Windows 10 package. It actually works really good and is pretty simple when you're just beginning. It's just got some trim features and some text and just the basics. So start simple, but just know that editing is probably going to be one of your most frustrating things. I also found that if you can just do your takes, I think they call that the B-roll, just do your takes the best you can. The less you have to edit, the better. So I personally, and maybe everybody doesn't agree with me, I'd rather have a few little blips here and there if I mispronounce a word and have to re-say it. Or if I drop something, I would rather just keep going, because every time you edit when you're a beginner, it is really time consuming. So that's my second tip for my top 10 things I wish I would have known. Editing is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Number 3, ease into your equipment. So I think I just mentioned that. I wish I would have started on my iPhone. I got a Canon, I got the microphone, I bought all this lighting, and to be honest, it was too much to learn at once. So pick one piece of equipment, one at a time, and learn that thoroughly before you go on to buy the next piece of equipment. So I always forget how many, number 4. This is just my opinion. sunlight is your best lighting. Now, if you have the ability to film in front of a window, I think it beats every lighting that you can get. Now, there are some pro YouTubers that have amazing setups. I'm not saying it's better than theirs. But for people new like me, I bought all the studio lights. They fall over. It's hard to position them. I don't have all the whiteboards you're supposed to have. I don't ever right now think that my lighting looks as good as if I'm just sitting in the sun. A lot of times, like now, when I'm just sitting in the sun, I don't need a filter. There's no filter because it just makes you look better than you really look. So again, I would in the beginning go with sunlight if you can. The next one is you're gonna grow slow. Now, I had heard this on all the tutorials, but I don't think they let me know that it's really slow. So I'm on my 10th video and I think I have 40 subscribers, and I'm super excited to have those 40, but I'm hoping any of you that are watching this a year from now, that number will have exploded and that more people actually find me somewhat interesting or entertaining, or maybe they'll be 41, who knows. But you just have to keep at it. From everything I've studied and learned, it takes kind of like a business, at least a year. In businesses, they say 2. In a business, they say your first year you should expect a loss. Well, I kind of think about it that way in YouTube. So don't get discouraged. I had somebody say something to me yesterday, kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, how somebody I knew had laughed at my YouTube channel. That's okay. I am who I am. I'm no different on my YouTube channel than I am in person. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to watch it. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep talking because honestly, I love doing this. And if I keep working at it, I have to succeed somehow, right? Even if my success is only just learning and I never have more subscribers, that's okay. So don't be discouraged. That's my next tip, is you're going to grow slow. So my next one is, I can't hardly see my phone. Oh, know some things about your camera. And again, I'm blonde. Maybe it's just me. I'm Generation X blonde. I did grow up on computers, but not like some of you people who are younger now. And I didn't realize simple things. So my Canon M50 that I do love is wonderful, but it has some disadvantages. It sucks battery life like it is a leech. So I started out with my one battery thinking, woohoo, I got my new camera. Yeah, it ain't gonna last. So I quickly learned and I went in and now I have 3 batteries. So I probably should have bought more batteries. But just a little tidbit to know, your cameras, if you have a mirrorless camera or a fairly nice camera, they're gonna suck energy. So if you can get one that has an AC adapter, even better. But if not, get several batteries because you're going to need them. The other thing is the memory card. Again, this may be just doofus blonde things, but I didn't realize how much memory these memory cards suck up. And so my kit came with a 32 gig memory card. Well, I find that I can get maybe 5 or 6 videos, and then I will be halfway through a video before I learn this, and the memory card will be full. So it was completely frustrating. So I just ordered a 128 gig memory card. So spare yourself. I'm gonna make this so much easier for you. You guys aren't gonna have to suffer like I have. Spare yourself. Find out some things about your camera that you need, and I can tell you, battery and memory card are definitely some. Other thing I want to say is invest in good Wi-Fi. I didn't have a clue how much Wi-Fi we had until I realized it was taking hours to upload. And right now we're in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic and the internet seems to be even slower, and it took 2 freaking hours to upload my video the other night. So you're just exhausted, and that makes you just want to say forget it. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. So I have started researching different Wi-Fi, and I'm going to have to up my plan. I think our plan is at 3 megabyte, is that right? Gigabyte, megabyte. I think ours is a 3, and I would say you need minimum 10 to 15. So that's next on my list. All right, we're almost done here. I gotta put my readers on. Oh yeah, there's 2 left. YouTube College. I have learned so much from tutorials. Now granted, mine is blonde, beginner, but get on YouTube and in your downtime, research. It's your college. It's going to teach you so much about how to navigate this crazy YouTube world, but it'll be so worth it. And then my last tip, my 10th tip for my 10th video on what you should expect if you're a blonde. I'm not dissing blondes. I'm just joking about it. You got to joke about it. What you should expect is you're going to have to let it go a little bit. And what I mean by that is exactly what I said yesterday. People are going to always criticize you. They're going to criticize you in the grocery store line. They're going to criticize you at work. So yeah, they're going to get on your YouTube and they're going to criticize you, or they're going to talk about you if they know you on your YouTube. Let it go. You never accomplish anything if you don't just keep pursuing it. You're not going to stop people from being negative, but you can't let them stop you. So if you love this and you're doing it for the right motive, let the negativity go. Take breaks when you're frustrated, let the frustration go, and keep on going. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by. That's So Trishy. I hope you guys enjoyed my 10th video. If you would consider giving it a thumbs up and a like, I'd appreciate it. And if you would consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell to know when I do upload, that's even better. Thank you. You'll help me get to 41. Maybe a year from now it'll be 1,041. Who knows? I've watched some YouTubers that have went from 100 to 100,000 in a few weeks. So it just depends on when people find you. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a super blessed day. Thanks for stopping by. That's So Trishy. Bye.